All right. For the time management nerds out there, I thought I would go just a little bit deeper into some ways that I really try to balance my calendar. So, a couple of things that I want to show you. So, I mentioned that I try not to schedule meetings on Tuesdays and Fridays. So, those are my two no meeting days. And then, of course, if I choose to schedule a meeting on that day, then that is my decision. And I can do that for whatever reason. But if somebody is looking to schedule a call with me, um, they're not going to be able to do that. So then I have also my standing meetings. So my standing meetings are also typically on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I've taken that a step further. And you can see here, we're in the third week of April 2022. And I also have the Productive Executive Director membership, and we have calls during the first and third week of the month. So while I have some calls the on the second and fourth and sometimes fifth Wednesday or Thursday of the month, I actually try to pack my weeks in. If I am having meetings, then I try to have any meeting during the first and third week of the month so that all of those distractions are happening in one part of, or in essentially 2 weeks of the month. And so this works really well for me because, again, like I mentioned, I do a lot of that deep thinking work where I need to have time to be able to really dig into bigger projects and have more time and more space. And when I have meetings, I get interrupted. Okay. So that's a way that I've dug a little bit deeper. Did this happen overnight? Absolutely not. This has taken me over 2 years to get to this place. So do not think that this just happened overnight. I have been shifting my meetings for years to get here. So then I also, so I'm going to show you over here. Over here, there's the different calendars. So I have several different calendars. I also have several different Gmail calendars. So I make sure that all of my calendars are connected. So my another small shop calendar. So if I put an event on a different calendar, it's still showing up on the main calendar that I'm using every single day so that I don't get caught realizing that I put a meeting on a wrong calendar. All of my calendars are going to the same, are filtered to the same place. Okay. So I'm sharing all of my calendars to the same calendar. I have one just for birthdays. So anytime, there's a birthday, put those on there. My human has one, so I can actually, if I don't want to see his calendar, I can take his off. I also have holidays in the US. I can take those off. And I was using Todoist, so this is still on there. Oh, good. My human has decided to decline tidying up. So excellent. We don't do that anymore. But I have all of these recurring meetings that are associated with different calendars. So if I want to look at just one specific thing, I can do that. Or I can have them all on and be able to see very clearly what I'm working with. Couple of other things that are important to remember. You probably live your life with different seasons. So for me, we farm. So planting season in the spring and harvest in the fall are very busy times for us as a family. And then, of course, year end is very busy in the nonprofit industry. Yes. So I am full on in it. So I adjust my schedule to meet those needs. So during the springtime, there's, in April, I don't have a ton of meetings because I'm out in the field running and looking for a farmer, trying to bring him a meal or driving a tractor. Same thing in the fall for harvest. And then in the winter, for year end, it's the opposite. I am on calls all day long. Like my December schedule is nutty, but I adjusted because I'm not implementing anything new in December. I am just focused on meetings. Whereas during the months where I don't necessarily have meetings, I can do some of the bigger projects because I can have some more of that focus time. So, shifting your calendar to meet the needs of the season is absolutely understandable. And then using the different versions of the calendar, that works too. So I hope that this is helpful. And this is definitely one of my favorite topics. So if you have any questions, always feel free to, give me a shout. All right.